we know about virtual machine or virtual computer. Now these virtual machines are built with virtual computing components. So how these virtual computing components work and how we can build virtual computing components. So let us try to understand the scenario. So to build a physical computer, we know we need physical computing components or physical computing resources like memory or RAM. We need a processor, we need storage, and we need some network devices and other things. Now by combining all these things, by putting together all these things, we can develop a physical computer. So let us understand that this blue block represents a physical computer built with physical computing components. That means memory, processor, storage, and network devices and other necessary things are there, and we have assembled everything together, which is being represented by this blue block, to build a physical computer. And we have installed some operating system over this computer to enable it. So now this is one active physical computer. Now over this computer we can install applications, and we have even seen there are applications which can create virtual environments, like if we install some game over here through which we can play football, so for example. So that game, in that game, the entire scenario is being presented virtually. Football players are there, the gallery is there, the spectator is there, the ground is there. So everything is there, but nothing is real, everything is virtual. So we are representing the players and everything virtually, and they are working like just like the actual things. So again, if we think about another software, that is a car racing game, if we install that application over this computer, so that car racing game, there the cars are being represented virtually. So those virtual cars, they can just behave like actual car. We can we can control the speed, we can change gear and everything, just like a real car, but there is nothing real, everything is virtual. So virtually we can present or represent players or cars through some software. So if we install proper software over this computer, we can be able to represent things virtually. Similarly, can there be some software through which we'll be able to represent computing resources virtually? That means, can there be some software through which we'll be able to represent the memory component virtually, the processor virtually, the network devices virtually, or the storage even virtually? These kind of softwares are available. So these type of softwares, it is a layer of software which can be installed over this computer. This is known as layer of virtualization. So what we can do is, say, let us represent this layer of virtualization, that software, with this block. So this is the layer of software you have installed over this machine, and this is the layer of virtualization. So what this software can do is, it, once installed over this machine, can represent the computing resources virtually. So once we have installed this software, it can represent the memory, processor, then computing network devices and storage components virtually. So virtual representation of everything, all physical resources. So those virtual components, let me represent with this red block. So this red block represents a set of computing components which are being represented virtually. So these computing components can differ in nature with the actual physical components. These virtual computing components are actually enabled by the underlying physical computing components, but they may differ in nature. They may differ in nature means they may differ in quality, they may differ in quantity, and even they may differ architecture wise. For example, if in the actual physical computer we have 4 RAM installed, in the virtualized mode we can represent those 4 RAMs as 8 RAMs. Of course, the entire capacity of these virtual components must not exceed the actual physical component, but we can change the setup. We can divide these 4 RAMs into 8 different RAMs. We can divide the power of the processor installed in the physical computer in multiple smaller processors. So this way we can divide the entire resource into multiple components. So quantity may differ, and again quality may differ also. Quality means architecture wise also the virtual components may resemble or may not resemble the actual physical components, and this is one very big advantage of virtual computing components. Once you don't have a particular set of physical resources, but you need to have those kind of components for some particular specific job, but you have some other set of physical components, but you can virtualize the entire environment and produce necessary computing components which are not present with you physically, but virtually you can produce those components by installing this layer of virtualization. This layer of virtualization is better known as layer of hypervisor or virtual machine monitor. So this software, once you install, it can produce virtual components, and using those virtual computing components you can build virtual machine.